players about, why you've been the team that's been the bigger team in the big moments. Kyle Connor said it's not taking a shift off. Cole took it further. It's just basically every single play matters, and I wonder how you get to a team to a degree that their level of detail is so focused at every point on the ice that you're near bulletproof the way your team has been.
Well, I think that there's been a lot of those moments over the course of the season where it's we've had great first periods and blew a team out, or we've had to wait. It's taken us with our 6-on-5 at the end, or it's had to go to overtime, whatever it might be, that we just keep stressing about that plays that happen over a course of a game. It might happen in the first, might happen in the third. It's exactly what Cole said, is that every play does matter. I was a little upset there at the end of the first period because I thought that was a kill. I thought we had done it perfect. I thought that we had the puck in the corner with 15 seconds left, and to me it was just every play matters, and you don't know how big it's going to be at the end of the game. And so, the other night we scored late to win it. Tonight obviously our third period again was really solid, and that's what playoff hockey is. One team's going to make a mistake. You want to put as much pressure and do the things that you do well, and force those teams to make that mistake.
I'm just curious, in a game like that's physical, hard and heavy, to have a pairing of Stanley and Schenn deliver the way that they did physically, how much of an advantage is that in a series? We have a pair that kind of plays similar to one another and executes like that.
Yeah, those are two intimidating guys out there, and when we got Luke there, and it's the same with Stan. We want people to go the long way around to get to our net front, and if they're going in the corners to get pucks, we want to make sure that they know that it's not going to be an easy ride. But that's everybody. I don't, those two that obviously jump out at you, especially with a couple of big hits. But that's everybody. I think our group our compete level is where it needs to be for playoff hockey. It's something we talked about from the very beginning, that it isn't just our big guys, our big heavy guys. It has to be everybody. And I thought our puck battles were real strong tonight. It started in the first period, on the walls, net fronts, off face-offs. Those areas, there was a lot of areas that we were certainly a lot stronger.
What did you see from the PK when the game was on the line?
Did the job. They got the job done. I don't care how it kind of goes about. Like I said, we had a great kill going there at the end of the first. We just kind of took our foot off the gas, and they made a bang play. And at the end of the day, all the other ones, though, I thought we did a fantastic job of being in sync. They all have their kind of different looks to them. St. Louis has great puck movement. They do a good job of finding the weak side of the ice, and just us being able to recognize that and get back, get in the next lane, so to speak, not allowing it, whether that's a shot or a pass. We just did a real good job of reading off each other.
Two really big effort plays by Scheifele, the net drive, and also, how would you describe the subtlety of his ability to get inside position on Fowler in order to get the puck to Cole before the winner?
Well, that's your best players, playing at the top of their game, and that's what Scheifele has done. You can see that he's taken on that challenge. He's going head-to-head against their best player, and whether it's defending or whether he's offense with the puck, he has a strong skill set that we have seen all 82 games, and now he's taken it into this playoff series. And when your best players are your best players, that certainly goes a long way towards you helping win hockey games.
Scott, we spent all year talking about the evolution of Dylan Samberg, and part of the frustrating style that you guys played in the third was his ability to shut plays down at the blue line. What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, they got a real good quick transition game. In the first period, we got caught a couple times with their D jumping in the rush. But when our D can be gapped and we can hold that, when we sort of defend from the blue line out there, when we don't allow teams to get like this, like St. Louis with their skill set, to allow them to get inside, to cut and go east-west. And that's where Sammy's really good. He's got great feet. But I thought our D did a really good job early on in the game. Even when they did have the odd man rushes, that we did a good job of playing above the blue line and trying to slow it up so that our trackers could get themselves back. And, Sammy, we know he's got a real good pair of feet that helps him do that.
And I'd imagine there's no better way to shut down a neutral zone play than Logan Stanley's hit on Jordan Kyrou. What kind of boost was that for your group?
Yeah, that's certainly not like the period wasn't already up and running with a lot of physical hits both sides. I think that the crowd certainly came out of their shoes on that one, as everybody did. That was a big hit, but you got to give Cairo an awful lot of credit. Man, he bounced right back, and it went both ways. We got hit a few times, and guys got back up, and that's what playoff hockey's all about. And these guys, they know it. And I love the way we kept sticking with it, and just hopefully that's part of what happens in series. You try to wear the opposition down. Who's going to give up first, and we just got to keep doing what we're doing.
In game one, you guys were maybe all over their breakout attempts, your D jump at the blue line and cut things off. When this game started, they seemed to have a little bump back play there. So how did you guys adjust to that and keep them from getting up the ice like that?
Yeah, the one area for me has started that, we've been very good on our forecheck, but we kept giving the puck to Binnington. And so that kind of eliminates one of our forwards, and then they got numbers above us with a quick play, and we did a better job as the game went on at keeping the puck away from him and not allowing him to kind of make that first pass, because he's a real good puck handler. And so, the bump back, those different things come when they have time and space, and that for us, when we can keep it away from the goalie, or they got to go back with pressure on top of them, they're not going to be able to make those sort of clean one-touch plays and get out of the zone. And we kind of cleaned that up after the first 6 or 7 minutes. I think we got the first time out there, and we talked about it and getting back to, trying to make sure that we do a better job of it.
The other question is just a takeaway from having talked to the guys, talk to you right now. It almost feels like you guys have come out here with more swagger after regular season wins. Are you sort of making a point of, hey, the job's not done? Is this an active message that you guys have right now?
Again, this is all game 3 now. All right, we'll do our post game work and tomorrow or the next couple of days here, and the guys know how hard it is now. And we, like I mentioned after game 82. We learned some lessons about how to play in different buildings against different teams, different styles. You can never equal what happens in these playoffs, as you guys can probably tell, just how physical it is and how fast it is. Now the guys, they recognize this is how we have to play every game, and it's going to be a grind. They're going to be tight games. This is exactly going into St. Louis is going to be tight like this again, and that's what we have to just stay in the moment, play each shift out, and hopefully we come out the right side of it.
As a coach, I'm sure you're used to plenty of armchair coaches telling you that you're wrong about a lot of things. What was it that you saw in Logan Stanley that you knew he'd be able to become the player who affected a game, a series, the way he did today?
I think it's not just Logan, it's the whole team. I think that over the course of the year, we've had to use everybody, and we put you in there. If you're going to be in our lineup, then we expect you to do certain things. You need to play a certain way, and Logan plays a different way than Josh Morrissey plays, and so he needs to go out and play to his identity. And at the end of the day, he's been pretty consistent on how he's played for us, and I know that it's been in tough times that he didn't play all the games, but he's been great. His attitude's been great, and he knows when he goes in, he's gonna get an opportunity to show us what he can do, and he's done that so far. Thank you.